Hello and welcome to day 16 of 25 days of yoga for 2025. I'm so happy to have you here practicing with me today. I'm going to guide you through a 25-minute heart overhead practice. And if you have a yoga block at your disposal, I'd recommend that you have one nearby. We'll be practicing quite a few inversions in today's class. So as always, if something doesn't feel quite good in your body, please adjust and modify it to suit you best. Begin by coming into child's pose, by walking your knees out to mat's width distance and bringing your big toes to touch behind you. Walk your hands forward and take an inhale, and then on your exhale, sink your hips back and down and let your forehead rest in balasana, your child's pose. Begin to draw your mind onto your breath at its exact pace and exact feeling right now. Notice the sound and the volume of your breath as it passes in through your nose and out through your nose. Recognize how as you are simply breathing in your asana, your body is creating sound and movement with each and every breath. Feel as your body presses into the ground, as it relaxes and holds you up at the same time. On inhale, lift yourself off of the ground and walk your hands off of your mat and over to the left. Relax your forehead down with an exhale and reach through your right hand further to the left and feel as you create more space on your right side body. Inhale, lift your forehead and walk your hands towards center and then off of your mat and over to the right. Exhale, relax your forehead down and now reach through your left hand and feel what occurs as you open your left side body. Inhale and walk your hands back through center. Exhale, relax down for one more deep breath in and out through your nose in balasana. On inhale, slide your palms back underneath of your shoulders and squeeze your shoulder blades back and towards one another. On exhale, push into the ground and press yourself up. Bring your knees inward towards one another so you can sit comfortably on your heels. Inhale, lift both arms up and overhead, and exhale, relax your shoulders. Inhale, reach high through your fingertips and grab hold of your right wrist with your left hand. Exhale, gently pull your right hand overhead towards the left. Gaze up under your right bicep. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, come back through center. Exhale, separate your hands. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, grab hold of your left wrist with your right hand and gently pull your left arm overhead towards your right side. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, lift back up through center. And exhale, relax your hands down to your lap. Now plant your palms onto the mat in front of you and walk yourself up into tabletop, knees directly under hips and wrists directly under shoulders. On inhale, drop your belly and arch your spine so the crown of your head and your tailbone point towards the sky. On exhale, round your spine and push the ground away from you. Tuck your chin to your chest and tuck your tailbone. Inhale, drop your belly, arch your spine as your crown and tailbone lift. Exhale, push the ground away, round your spine, chin tucks. Inhale, arch your spine. And exhale, round. Inhale, arch. And exhale, round. On inhale, drop your belly to a neutral spine. And exhale, place your left hand directly underneath of your chin. On inhale, lift your right arm high towards the sky to open your chest to the right. And on exhale, sweep your right hand right behind your left wrist. Inhale, push through your left hand, lift your right arm high once again. Exhale, sweep your right hand right behind your left wrist a little lower. Inhale, lift your right arm high. And exhale, this time sweep all the way down and rest your right shoulder onto the mat. Your left hand can stay planted here, or on an inhale, lift it high. Or take a bind with an exhale and place the palm of your left hand on the top of your right thigh. Welcome your mind back to that feeling of breath as you hold here, threading the needle. If you took a bind, release it now and place your left hand right back where it was next to your face. On inhale, push into the ground with your left hand and lift your right arm high towards the sky one last time. Exhale, plant your right hand back down to the mat and then place your right hand right underneath of your chin. On inhale, lift your left arm up high towards the sky as you open your chest towards the left. Exhale, sweep your left hand right behind your right wrist. Inhale, lift your left arm high, open up. Exhale, sweep your left hand just a little bit lower. Inhale, lift up and open to the left. Exhale, this time sweep all the way down and come to rest on your left shoulder now. Your right hand is welcome to stay here or like the other side. Inhale and lift it high and take a bind. And place your right palm onto the top of your left thigh. Let yourself completely absorb this gentle twist and stay focused on the sensations before you in your body. What would it be like to feel each one without distraction of anything else? If you took a bind, release it now and plant your right hand back to the mat. On inhale, push into the ground with your right hand, and instead of lifting all the way up, bring yourself onto your forearms with elbows stacking right underneath of shoulders. Tuck both toes underneath of you and press into the ground with your hands and your forearms. On inhale, lift your knees up off of the ground and gaze towards your feet as you pedal out your legs a couple times. Let your legs come into stillness now and gently bend at the knees. Stay here and hold. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale one more time, and on your exhale, slowly lower your knees down to the ground, and then press up onto your hands to come back into tabletop. Keep your toes tucked and rotate your arms so that your elbows point towards your thighs. Hug your upper arms inward and towards each other. And on inhale, lift your knees off of the ground and send your hips up and back towards the sky. Exhale, pedal out your legs just a few times. And then come into stillness and let both heels fall towards the earth together. Your knees can stay bent here, or you can invite them to straighten. Listen to your body. On inhale, bend your knees a little bit deeper and send them towards the ground, but don't tap it. And on exhale, extend back to down dog. Inhale, bend the knees, come towards the floor. Exhale, extend. Inhale, bend the knees towards the ground, and on your exhale, use the momentum to lift your left leg high behind you in down dog. Inhale, and exhale, open out your hip. Inhale, come back through center, down dog, and exhale, lower your left foot to the mat. Inhale, bend your knees towards the ground. Exhale, extend back to Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, bend your knees. Exhale, extend. Inhale, bend, and on exhale, push yourself back to extend and lift your right leg high behind you, three-legged dog. Inhale, and exhale, turn out your right hip. Inhale, three-legged, and exhale, lower your right foot down. Inhale, gaze towards your fingertips, and on exhale, walk yourself or jump your feet forward towards your hands into forward fold. Keep a bend in your knees and let your palms come to the earth at the same time as your heels. If you'd like to invite your legs to straighten, go ahead and do that. Inhale and exhale as you hold here in your expression of Uttanasana. Now grab hold of your left elbow with your right hand and of your right elbow with your left hand, and let your shoulders fall away from the rest of your body. You can stay still here or begin to gently sway from one side to the other in a ragdoll. Breathe as you hold or sway. Come back to stillness and release your hands back down to the ground. Place a deep bend in your knees. Inhale, and on exhale, slowly round yourself all the way up to stand, lifting vertebra by vertebra. Once you find yourself upright, take one step towards the top of your mat and then turn towards the left side of your mat and bring your hands up to your hips. Step your left leg out one full leg's length and keep your feet parallel to one another. Ground through your feet here and stand as tall as you possibly can. If you would like to use a block, go ahead and grab it and place it in between your legs, slightly in front of you. If you grabbed your block, stand tall once again. And on inhale, bend your knees to send your hips a few inches down. And exhale, hinge forward at your hips until your spine comes parallel to the floor. Lower your hands down now onto your block or onto the floor below you, whatever feels good in your body. Stay here with your back muscles supporting you, or on your next exhale, drape your spine down and let your shoulders fall away from the rest of your body. Play with straightening your legs any amount that you'd like as you hold here in Prasariti Padottanasana. Continue steady breaths in and out through your nose as you stay here. And let yourself be heavy. Your hands can stay here or they can grab on to opposite elbows and hang for ragdoll. You can stay still or sway from side to side. Listen to what prana is asking of you. Come back to stillness and plant your hands onto the ground. And on inhale, elongate your spine once again and straighten your arms. On exhale, slowly walk your hands over towards your front right foot. And as you do so, turn both feet so toes face forward. Step your right hand onto the outside of your right foot. And inhale, bend into your right knee. Exhale, step that right foot back and lift your hips into down dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Invite your heels towards the earth and hug your hands and your upper arms towards one another without moving them. On inhale, reach your right hand to wrap around the side of your left ankle. And exhale. Gaze towards that hand and keep your eyes glued to it to stabilize you. Inhale and exhale, hold. Inhale, place your right hand back into down dog and exhale. Inhale, now reach your left hand to grab on to the outside of your right ankle and gaze towards it. Inhale and exhale here. Inhale, and on exhale, step your left hand back forward into down dog. Take one breath in, and on your breath out, slowly lower your knees down to the ground and tabletop. Sweep your legs behind you now to come onto your sitting bones and scoot yourself forward so that you have room to lay down on your back with knees bent and feet planted about hips width distance apart, about 2 inches away from your glutes. Keep your arms by your side with palms facing down, and press your feet and the full length of your hands and arms firmly into the ground. On inhale, lift your hips up off of the ground about 2/3 of the way up, and exhale, slowly release them back to the earth. Inhale, lift your hips once again, just to about 2/3 of the way of your full expression, and exhale, slowly lower back down. On this inhale, lift your hips back up to 2/3 expression, and on exhale, let your sternum point towards your chin and feel as your hips are lifted slightly more. You can stay here and ground your feet and arms into the ground for Setu Bandhasana, or shift your weight onto your right shoulder so you can place your left arm underneath of you, and then shift your weight onto your left shoulder to place your right arm underneath of you. If you chose this variation, clasp your fingers and then push your arms further into the ground. Breathe as you hold in bridge pose, and watch as any stories or thoughts begin to come in. And no matter what they are, thank them and then let them go with a breath and come back to the sensation that is present in your body. If your hands are clasped, release them back to the ground with an inhale, and on your exhale, slowly send your hips back to the ground. Once your hips have reached the earth, extend both legs long and straight below you, and let your arms rest on either side of you, with palms either pressed into the ground or flipped to face the sky. Notice your body now, resting completely on one level. Heart and head and arms and legs all in balance. Allow your full body to melt into the ground, and let the ground support your weight as you lay here in Shavasana. Now begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes. to invite movement back into your body. And then when you're ready, bend both of your knees and turn yourself on to one side. And press yourself up into a comfortable seated place. Let your hands gently rest on the tops of your knees or thighs, and relax your shoulders down and back. Let your next couple of breaths be full of gratitude and love for your heart that supports you unconditionally. On inhale, lift your arms up high and overhead. And on exhale, bend your elbows and send your palms in front of your heart, Anjali Mudra. Bow your head and take one last inhale of light and love, and exhale all that no longer serves you. You have just completed day 16 of 25 days of yoga for 2025. I hope you enjoyed this 25-minute heart overhead practice, and I'll see you back here tomorrow for day 17. Namaste and Jai Bhagwan.